This is my review of PES 2018 gameplay, and the reason why I'm only talking about gameplay is because FIFA beats this game in every other category, except where it really counts, in gameplay on the pitch. Players move realistically and teams play the way they do in real life, like here we see Barca attacking in waves so Suarez misses but Turan nails it. And if we look at Madrid, their signature BBC counterattack is shown here in full glory. So Bale takes off with the ball, Benzema is making a run, and Cristiano is slowing down and pointing where he wants the ball. But look at Bale's foot as he uses his momentum to unleash this ridiculous knuckle shot. And as you'll see, the goalkeepers in this game are amazing. So it really takes perfection to beat De Gea from that far out. Which really brings me to the shooting in this game. It is extremely satisfying to pull off, and the game really rewards you for proper positioning of your player and getting the ball on the correct foot and putting some momentum behind your shot. If you hit a dropping ball, you end up with this lovely dipping shot, and even Asensio's dipping shot style can be seen in the game. And here's another example of putting momentum behind your shot and a world-class save from Navas, which brings me to goalkeepers, who have probably seen the biggest overhaul in this game. They pull off some ridiculously good saves, and they all look very smooth, so props to Konami for the incredible job they pulled off with the animations.
Great leap! Looks to dink on it. Up he gets! Oh, great save, real club.
So here we have De Gea coming out to meet a corner kick, but he hesitates and backtracks, then pulls off this wonder save. Now back to the Classico, mistakes are an aspect of real-life football, but when they do happen, they look realistic, and so do the messy situations in the game. And here's another example of the reliable goalkeepers. I find myself bringing out my keeper more than I should, but that's only because they've gotten so much better in this game. Here we have Ronaldo running down the sideline the way he does every weekend, then he flicks his way to cut in, before blasting it off and triggering another lovely looking save. Now, skills in PES are way more subtle than FIFA, but they're way more realistic and they serve the purpose of creating space the way they're supposed to. You can pull off some relatively easy flicks to put yourself into a more desirable position before unleashing a shot, which is why you do skills in real life.
Chance to break. Lovely bit of skill. Looking to shoot.
Now you can still do the fancy complicated tricks of FIFA, but unlike FIFA, they have a way more realistic success rate behind them. And more often than not, you will end up in a worse position like you would in real life if you keep trying to trick your way past professional players. But the risk is sometimes worth it. I mean, imagine if Ronaldo was able to pull this one off, or if he was able to nutmeg this player coming at him. But when they do work, they look filthy good, like here we have Rashford with a perfectly timed nutmeg, which completely puts him in a way more advantageous position. And another one right over there with a clever change of direction that puts him facing the goal. And sometimes a trick can be the only way to make an assist possible. That said, just like in the real game, your best chance of dribbling past players will be by wrong footing them, and just using your momentum while running past players. Like here, Ronaldo finds his way past all these players without pulling off a single trick.
Cristiano Ronaldo!
And Benzema suddenly slows down, activates close control, and moves inwards to score without actually using a trick. And here we have Rashford with his signature dash as he swiftly changes direction to beat the defender without performing a trick. And back to the Classico, I love the new corners and the set pieces without the arrows in PES 2018. You basically choose your direction, apply spin, and the ball flies way more realistically.
Towering header!
Back to the Classico, the way the game can shift is also very satisfying. You feel a realistic momentum in play as an equalizing side can try to ride the wave and go ahead. Now I know headers were extremely overpowered last year, but trust me, headers are way less successful than last year's, and it's actually bothering me a bit because many headers you miss in PES should be goals in real life. But now a header goal feels more rewarding and the headers still look spectacular when they're on point.
World-class carry!
Back to the Classico, Bale makes space to himself and overshoots. Even missed chances in PES 2018 look realistic, and Benzema's signature one-on-one misses are in the game. Stringing together passes is something we take for granted in PES, but along with the shooting, they might be the biggest two reasons why we are playing this game, and that includes the through balls, which really made Winning 11 famous back in the day.
Cristiano Ronaldo tries lifting it over. It's Benzema! It's a goal!
Back to the Clasico, where we can see Barca's tiki-taka looking just as good as the real thing. And again, we see the incredible ball physics in the way the ball ricochets off the woodwork, which brings me to the final point. The ball physics in this game are just on a completely different level than any other game. I mean, look at that half volley pickup, adding spin to the ball, and look at it skid off the ground, away from the goal, responding to the added spin on the ball. The ball has real weight, and look at this powerful header, pushing the goalkeeper's free arm into the goal. This sense of untethered ball freedom is just beautiful, and it's pretty much why every moment of gameplay, even Cristiano's deflection goals, look so fresh.
What goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
So that was my gameplay review of PES 2018. I hope you enjoyed the footage and that it compelled you to give this beautiful game a chance.